How can teachers help children understand about dyslexia and neurodiversity?
I think the key for teachers is to really listen to children. It's so essential, and I've learnt so much just because I've kept an open mind and I've listened to the children. There was an example the other day, and we were doing a worksheet for visual tracking, but there was a symbol in it that if you turned it around and treated it as a three-dimensional image, then it was the same. Now, I couldn't see this as a two-dimensional sequential thinker, but all of my dyslexic pupils said that this image was the similar or same. And if I'd have just dismissed it and said, no, that's wrong, then they would have thought that they were wrong. And I actually discussed this with them in the class. And I said to them, how many times have you been in that situation where you felt like you know something is right because you're seeing it in a certain way with your brain type, and yet you've been dismissed and told you were wrong? And so many of them said that that had been the case, and that they just had given up in the end because they thought that they must be wrong then. And that's such a shame, because we're missing out on the talents of that three-dimensional thinking that this brain type can give us. So really, the main message I have is to listen to the pupils as much as you can. Try and work them out. Try and see what they're seeing. Try and know why they're doing things in the way that they're doing.
How can teachers make learning fun and easy without making students feel different?
To teach them in a way that they can learn within a classroom setting or any other, even at home if you're a parent. Visual strategies are really key. So what I tend to teach children is how to create a visual image associated with the word. And so it may be a mnemonic, like, for example, the word each could be each ant can hop. And so they get the beginning letter of each of that word and how it's spelt. So every time they write it down, they're going, each ant can hop. I can spell the word each. And each is in the mnemonic. And then they would have a poster on their wall with a little image of the ant hopping. And all of those ensure that that mind just keeps it and it doesn't just fall out again, because the word in itself is very abstract, and so it's not going to stay within the visual thinker's mind. So you have to really relate things to the strengths of the dyslexic mind, and that's the visualization of images.